Hello everyone and welcome back to my Bold and Beautiful 29 YouTube channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Ridge Forrester will recapture control of Forrester Creations from Carter Walton. Ridge is willing to forgive Carter because he feels that Hope Logan is the one who encouraged Carter to pull this achievement. Where will this leave Brooke Logan? Brooke was offered the CEO job by Hope and Carter. Still, Brooke didn't accept this story from the start. Brooke eventually talked to Ridge at the office and he walked out on her when she defended Hope. Still, Brooke is doing nothing but tell him the verity. Carter allowed up this idea and Hope supported him. Brooke took the CEO job to try to work on Carter. Brooke knew that she could appeal to Carter's feelings and get him to see the error in his ways. Brooke was getting through to Carter and Carter indeed suggested to Hope that they could apologize for this. Carter admitted that the achievement was wrong. Hope refused to apologize and admitted that she'd not work under Ridge again. Ridge Forrester expects Brooke Logan to condemn her daughter. Ridge wants Brooke to admit that Hope used Carter to get what she wants. Still, Brooke is induced that Hope only did what she allowed was necessary because Steffi Forrester had ended her line and fired her from the company. Hope and Carter were trying to point out that the Logans weren't getting the respect they merited. Ridge continued to argue the point that Hope used coitus to get her way. Carter is the one who approached Hope about a love. Hope didn't come on to Carter or initiate any of this relationship. Hope agreed with Carter's vision for Forrester and supported him until the end. Still, Carter ended up betraying her rather. Brooke has done a lot to help make Forrester Creations the company it is. Brooke has worked there for times and Brooke's bedroom is a veritably big part of the company. Unfortunately, indeed with Zende Forrester trying to move the Forresters that Brooke has been working for them and not against them, they don't believe him. Will Ridge realize that Brooke is the one who got through to Carter and that she's being honest with him? It doesn't feel probably, especially now that Ridge is with Taylor Hayes. Ridge will believe that Brooke was trying to help. Further than likely, Brooke will find herself without a job just like Hope. Will Ridge ever forgive Brooke for taking the CEO job? For decades, Brooke and Ridge have been the ultimate on-again, off-again couple. Their relationship has survived backstabbings, secret children, and further love triangles than a figure text. But enough is enough. Ridge has threaded Brooke along for times, and it's time for her to walk down for good. However, then are three inarguable reasons why Brooke should leave Ridge in the history where he belongs. If she needs any more satisfying, Ridge isn't the last man standing in Los Angeles. Brooke is a gorgeous, successful woman who could have her pick of eligible maids. Why, also, is she still chasing a man who treats her like an alternate option? Ridge has spent decades bouncing between Brooke and Taylor like a mortal clunk pong ball, no way completely committing, and always keeping both women on the hook. It's exhausting to watch. Imagine how exhausting it must be to live. Brooke deserves someone who loves her and only her. Perhaps a soft-hearted croaker. A billionaire with a mysterious history? Heck, indeed Dollar Bill looks good compared to Ridge at this point. Ridge is the king of empty pledges. He swears he'll be pious, also, surprise. The coming time he gets in his passions, he's running out to Taylor's open arms. He thrives on chaos, loves to be the center of attention, and has a PhD in emotional manipulation. However, he'd have done it by now, if Ridge had any intention of being a one-woman man. But nope, he keeps Brooke and Taylor on a no-way ending merry-go-round of heartache, and ever they just keep riding. Brooke, girl, it's time to get off the lift before you throw up. Let's talk about the giant in the room. Ridge and Brooke detest each other's kitties. This isn't just a my stepkid is annoying situation. Moreover, there have been factual cuts, backstabbings, and decades of pure enmity. It's a no-way ending cycle and it's not healthy or good for anyone involved. Ridge treats Brooke's son, Hope, like the ultimate adversary, while Brooke has had her fair share of shade for Steffi and Thomas. Do we really need another round of your sprat as a imminence fights over regale? No, thank you. If your man can't stand your children, he's not your ever person. Brooke should leave Ridge in the dust and find someone who'll actually respects her family. Brook, for the love of all effects drama-free, drop Ridge, block his number, and go live your stylish life. Forrester Creations could find itself amid another commercial shakeup. Carter's guilt is eating away at him. He might gesture the white flag and lose the company. But Brooke shouldn't give up her position so snappily. She might need to run the boat a little longer. We allowed. Brooke eventually had a moment of clarity when she slighted Ridge. Also, she went back to soliciting for her fortune to return to her. Brooke reminded Ridge that she was his Logan. No bone could replace her, not indeed. Taylor. Ridge might be satisfied with Taylor 3.0 for now. But some part of him is presumably still allowing about Brooke's bedroom. This would be a good time for Brooke to move on. We'd love her to come a petty Betty by refusing to give up her position as CEO. Ridge refuses to attune, so it's only fair. It would be thrilling to see Brooke take charge of Forrester Creations. After all, she was a successful CEO of the company ahead. She might as well keep her position while the company is on a high. Brooke should refuse the idea of being ACO CEO with Steffi. The company doesn't need any further co-CEOs. They should be willing to completely commit, or differently they're out. Also, commodity tells us that Forrester Creations is going to need a stable CEO at the helm for the coming many months. Steffi is about to find out about Finn's dark secret. He just set about that he's Luna's natural father. It'll be intriguing to see how Steffi reacts to this news. She assumed that her history with Luna was behind her, but her trauma would come back to hang her. This news could shoot her on another European holiday. Brooke could continue running the company until Steffi's internal health and marriage is stable again. Brooke was happy to run into Ridge at Forrester Creations. She believed they should work on their relationship. Ridge argued that Brooke should handle her son. The downfall of Ridge was caused by one person. Ridge claimed that person was Hope. He advised Brooke to get a hold of her son. He stood by what he said about her. Ridge still believed Hope was to condemn for Carter's downfall. He reminded Brooke of the time when Hope wanted Thomas. He hasn't forgiven her for the way she took his heart and discarded it. Hope rejected numerous of Thomas's proffers. She transferred Thomas and Douglas back to Europe. He hasn't seen them since also. Now, Ridge thinks Hope is using his stylish friend to acquire Forrester. Brooke said that Hope loved Carter. Ridge asked Brooke if Hope loved Carter the same way she loved Thomas and Finn. Ridge feels that Hope needs to learn that it's wrong to steal from other people. Should Hope take the blame for the achievement attempt? After all, it was Carter's idea. He was the bone who meddled with the paperwork and changed the hand. Hope only encouraged him to follow through with it. She told him that she believed in him and his ideas. Hope has it in her mind that Forrester Creations is their company. She also thinks that she's part of the family. It's as if she bought into her falsehoods and visions. Yet, Hope was always the adversary of the Forresters. She'll always be a lousy Logan in their eyes. It doesn't matter if she changed her name hereafter. Hope will no way be suitable to win them over. Hell will indurate over before that happens. But is it really over to Hope to apologize to the Forresters? Also, is Brooke responsible for her son's conduct? Ridge seems to suppose she's siding with Hope by remaining as the CEO of Forrester Creations. Brooke should be apprehensive of Hope's wrongdoings. Perhaps she could talk some sense into her. However, it's her mama. If one person can get through to Hope, Brooke should do it before she falls off into the deep end. There was a fight. But it wasn't a fight over Forrester Creations. This fight revolved around Carter Walton. Hope and Ridge battled over him as he reeled over what to do next. Ridge embraced Carter. Hope nearly walked in on their hassle. She stood outside the office door until they stopped conversing. Ridge offered to help take care of Carter's bloody hand. Hope confidently ambled in and saluted Ridge. She was surprised to see him back at Forrester Creations. Hope was also surprised to see Carter injured. She wanted to know what happened to his hand. Hope and Ridge got into a war of words. Meanwhile, Carter stood there speechless. His guilt was still eating down at him. The bus in his mind were turning. Yet, he couldn't say anything. Ridge criticized Hope for betraying Carter's family. Hope reminded Ridge of the hurt and treason he caused her mama over the decades. She escalated the situation by reminding Ridge that they were part of the Forrester family. Dispensable to say, the discussion didn't turn out well. Carter lost his stylish friend as soon as he got him back. Ridge reminded Hope that she doesn't wear the crown. Carter didn't bother to defend himself. He allowed Hope to call the shots. She told Ridge that he and Eric were free to return but would have to accept disrated positions. Eventually, Carter stood by Hope's side. She assured him that they couldn't ruin what they had. Carter remained speechless. He looked ditched by what had just happened, yet he was hopelessly stuck by his gal's side. But it doesn't look like this will last for long. Carter will have to choose a side and call the shots. After all, he's the bone. Who's wearing a crown and operating the company, isn't he?